50 Cent comes at his son's mother's, Daphne Joy's, neck. Absolutely. 50 Cent filed a lawsuit against his son Sear's mother, Daphne Joy. Now, if you can recall, 50 Cent and Daphne Joy, again, as I mentioned, they have a son named Sear, 11-year-old son. Now, things seem to be going pretty okay until, that is, Rodney Jones filed that lawsuit against Diddy, and he named Daphne Joy as one of the sex workers that was around when Diddy was trying to expose him to the negative parts of the industry. It's all in his lawsuit, and this is what turned up the heat and led 50 Cent to filing this lawsuit. But you're not going to believe the other things that impacted this decision. Stay tuned.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 35, 45 minutes.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
You got knocked the fuck out!
What's happening? As you can recall, this 50 Cent and Daphne Joy beef really emerged after the Lil Rod lawsuit against Diddy. Lil Rod dropped all the tapes, and one part of the tape was that Daphne Joy, yes, 50 Cent's baby's mother, was a sex worker for Diddy. 50 Cent was furious and disrespected, and he and Daphne Joy share a son. So 50 Cent was totally disrespected and upset after this came out. Can you imagine 50 Cent, how he tries to display, you know, his artistic genius, and how he's this kind of a bully in the industry, but people seem to like him, and he likes, I believe that 50 Cent is for the underdog. He likes justice to prevail. In my view, this is what I think deep down, because everybody that talks about 50 Cent, even though 50 Cent appears to be a bully in the public's eye, they talk about how big of a heart he has and how selfless he is and how helpful he really is. Just hearing his baby mother's name being tarnished that way, or seeing what she does in public, imagine what that made him feel like. The woman that he chose to have a child with is a sex worker for one of his arch enemies. This infuriated 50 Cent, and this is what led to the lawsuit. 50 Cent's attorneys say in the lawsuit, despite being given many opportunities to take back a false and malicious retaliatory accusation, Ms. Narvaez has shamefully chosen to interfere with her 11-year-old son's relationship with his loving father by falsely calling him a rapist. Whoa! That did it. Not only did you disrespect him by demeaning yourself to the degree of being a sex worker for his arch enemy, you then labeled him a rapist, the same way your arch enemy is being viewed and dragged through the mud by the jury of public opinion. And nobody, I mean nobody, wants to be associated with P. Diddy at this time. So all of these reasons is why 50 Cent was totally upset with Daphne Joy. Now, 50 Cent's attorneys, they continued in their statement. The motivation behind this appears to be Ms. Narvaez's unfortunate entanglement and misguided loyalty to Mr. Combs. So in other words, 50 Cent is basically saying this is all retaliation because of how I've been coming and at Puff Daddy and how we've had this ongoing beef for years. So he's using you as a pawn to get back at me. They believe that Combs is underwriting this attack, and whom Mr. Jackson has been warning Miss Narvaez and other people about for years. So in other words, what's happening now, 50 Cent has been telling people for years about P. Diddy being a sex trafficker, a rapist, drugging people, these freak-offs, all of this revenge porn, incriminating other people by having videotapes at his parties and all of this and that. 50 Cent saying he's been telling people this for years, and now that it's coming into fruition, now his own baby mother is trying to drag him in the mud and make him associated with this criminal activity, this nonsense, this sex trafficking stuff that he's been warning y'all about for years. The audacity, right? Now, as I mentioned, 50 Cent and Diddy's beef has been ongoing for years, but recently heated up after Diddy's sex trafficking and houses were raided in Miami and in Florida. Now, 50 Cent suing Daphne Joy for falsely accusing him of rape in public and physical abuse. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think this is karma coming back to 50 Cent, or do you think this is jealousy and envy trying to incriminate 50 Cent because he has the upper hand. Now, March 28th, that's an important date because that's the date that Daphne added fuel to the fire. She alleged 50 Cent raped her on an Instagram post only after 50 Cent threatened to seek full custody of their son, Seer. Now, this nasty battle between 50 Cent and Daphne really began after Daphne was labeled a sex worker, as I told you earlier, by Lil Rod in that lawsuit against Diddy. After 50 Cent mentioned he would sue her for full custody of Seer, Daphne Joy retaliated with an open letter to 50 Cent, but she didn't give it to 50 Cent. She posted it on social media, on Instagram. So how is this an open letter to me, but you're giving it to the world? No, you ain't slick, right? Daphne's post took shots at 50 Cent for his comments about her and Diddy. Now, 50 got infuriated, as you can expect, after Daphne said, let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of raping me and physically abusing me. She made it official in front of the world. Can you say defamation? Now, you already know 50 Cent was heated after this was posted on social media. So 50 confirms that she received tens of thousands of likes on this post and many comments. And as a result, 50 has received crazy harassment comments from fans and from other people out there that supporting Daphne Joy. 50 also says Daphne's lies have severely damaged his business reputation and his child custody case. 50 Cent's very clever. He's using every little angle, everything that she comes at him with, 50 Cent is using to damage her. 50 Cent is very clever. One thing I've learned about 50 Cent is don't mess with him. Do not mess with 50 Cent. He is motivated by this drama. 50 Cent, this drama motivates 50 Cent, right? And he's very smart and clever about how he operates within this drama to get the victory. He should be a coach because he's very strategic in his planning to get the win. Now, in the court documents, 50 Cent also included a letter he sent to Daphne on April 2nd, in which he demanded she take down the lies that she told about 50 Cent. You think she listened? Do you think she complied? No. Absolutely not. That's why we're here. Not only didn't she comply, she told 50 Cent to kick rocks, but her lawyers countered, demanding he pay Daphne Joy millions of dollars and drop his custody suit if he want her to remove the Instagram post. That's crazy, right? So 50 claims Daphne Joy is attempting to extort him. That's what it sounds like to me, right? Especially when someone is so clever, they on top of their game, they got attorneys at their disposal, and Daphne Joy is already on the defensive end. Once it came out in Lil Rod's lawsuit that she was a sex worker for Diddy, you already know the judge that oversees, once they do go to court for his custody battle for his son, that's not going to lend in Daphne Joy's favor. Just the mere talk of her being a sexual worker for someone that's doing sex trafficking and allege all these other things, she's going to lose custody of her son, and rightfully so, if these allegations hold true. Now, you know how thorough 50 is. He don't leave no rock unturned. 50 is suing Daphne Joy for defamation, and he's seeking over $1 million for himself in damages, along with a court order to take down her posts and refrain from posting any more defaming remarks about 50 Cent. Listen, this thing is crazy, right? It's more crazy that 50 Cent believes that Diddy is behind all of this. And it sounds kind of true, because why wouldn't Diddy be? Diddy's job is to discredit anybody else, to bring any negative notoriety to anybody else, because as long as the media is talking negative about someone else, they're not talking negative about Diddy. Listen, I sure hope that 50 Cent and Daphne Joy can work this out, not more so for themselves, but for the son, for Seer. Because it's all about the kid. Seer didn't ask to be in this dilemma. He didn't ask for his mother and his father to be feuding over something a lot of people think is silly, right? So hopefully they can get this thing right for the child and keep the main thing. As mature adults, they should be able to navigate and be able to coexist while raising this son and putting that child in the best possible position for success. Because let's face it, our children are our future. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep it coming, right? I'm going to keep it coming. You be great. And more importantly, be blessed.